All right. So, what day did Tammy try to get you to move in with her? Was it the first day she came to see you, or was it the day she brought Gavin up there?
Every time I saw her.
Every time she come to visit you.
Yeah.
How many days did she come see you?
Twice.
Okay. So, you're waiting on the cab, and Michael and Joey shows up.
No, Michael and Matt.
Michael had Matt with him. What's he driving? Did they have a vehicle safe enough for you?
Got a new Dodge.
A truck or a car?
Nice car.
So he's got a new car. Did you have a comfortable place to sit?
Yeah, it was wonderful.
All right. So Michael picked you up. He's got Matt. And instead of bringing you home, where does he take you?
I kept thinking he's going the wrong way. Does he know a closer way? I kept thinking he was taking me home. I didn't realize that he was taking me over there till he pulled up in the driveway.
He pulled up in the driveway where? To his house?
His house, and as soon as I saw where he took me, I started yelling, no, 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 I'm not going there. I'm not going in. Take me home.
Did any of the neighbors witness you acting up like this?
No, then they realized that I wasn't getting out of that car till she put me in her car and brought me home.
No, when Tammy got out of the car, did Tammy come out to see you, or did they actually get you into the house?
No, I wouldn't get in there. I wouldn't get out of the car.
So Tammy had to come out and see you.
Yes, she did.
Now, did she drive you home in the same car, or did you have to move
No.
cars? Did
I
you?
had his car back, and she said she'd take me home in her van then because I wouldn't go in there.
Now, what was her excuse for not coming to pick you up?
I didn't know. I thought you were going home yesterday.
All right, so you're telling me Tammy said she didn't know to pick you up.
That's what she said.
Now, the hospital has it on record that the day before, that the arrangements were made for her to pick you up at 6 o'clock. And were you unaware of this?
Yes,
You were or you were not aware of that?
I was aware.
So everybody knew she was supposed to pick you up at 6 o'clock, except for the person who made the arrangements?
I think everybody knew it, even her.
Why is it she's telling you in her driveway she didn't know? That doesn't make sense. Well, I'll tell you what I was told. You called me and said that it was okay for me to come get you, and I said I wanted to hear from the hospital that it was okay so I didn't get arrested. But the other thing is that when it came around 5 o'clock, they told me that Tammy was supposed to pick you up after I had talked to him 4 or 5 times in the afternoon. And then they got around to telling me that the arrangements were made the night before that Tammy was supposed to pick you up. So I talked to the nurse, and her name was Lisa. I gave Lisa these instructions, and this was at 4:30. I told Lisa, I don't mind my sister picking up my mother, but you are not to release my mother to my sister unless I get a phone call that she is the one picking her up. I do not want you releasing my mother to just anybody on the street.
On the board was something about that very thing.
Okay. So, after I talked to Lisa, I called Tammy. I called Tammy on a phone number that she has called me on in the last few days, so I know it was a good number. She did not answer, and I left her a message. And I told her in that message, I said, Tammy, I don't mind you picking Mom up. And I got on her for telling me that they had moved you to hide you from me. She told me they moved you to hide you, as if I'm some criminal or something. And then she also...
Well, no, that's stupid, because they had moved me ahead of time.
Well, but you ended up back in that room, didn't you? Because that phone number rang your room. So anyway, I told Tammy in that message, I'm upset with you for making me look stupid by telling me that they said Mom was a drug addict and they had called me a drug dealer when the hospital really didn't do that. So I said, I'm done with this. And I told her on the phone, if you go pick Mom up, they are not to release her to you until you call me. And I know that you are bringing her home. I need to be kept in the loop with everything that's happening. I am absolutely convinced she received that message. And I am absolutely convinced that she decided that she was going to come up with a new plan. And it took her 2 hours to pull it off. From 5 to 7 o'clock, she had to find somebody else to come get you. And she ended up getting Michael and Joey to do it. And I have a feeling Michael and Joey probably didn't even know what she was having them do. Or Michael and Matt. I'm sure they didn't know that they were being played by their own mother. But I am absolutely convinced that she was attempting to kidnap you. Nothing makes sense, but we've got proof of everything we've said, and you've got your testimony. So I'm leaving it at that.